Yeah, I'm going to segue it into the return of one player in particular that I think allowed us to do that a little bit more. And in terms of a pressing structure, I'm not going to get into the idea of playing him for 45 minutes and then subbing him off and having that be a pre-planned decision. I think that's crazy, and I don't want to talk about it very much. I said that I'm going to try not to talk about Greg Vanny anymore. So I'm doing my best here. I do my five.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, how's that going for you?
It's not going great. I'm really trying though. I'm really trying. But he did return. We looked brilliant in the first 15 minutes, and then the second half happened. And I don't really, but honestly, when you talk about the pressing structure, the one thing that has been missed, and I love Maya Yoshida, and I think that he still has value within this team. He's just at a point in his career where playing high up the pitch, you're asking for trouble. And you're asking for Garces to do a lot more work than probably needs to be done.
And that's where not play with Garces is the issue.
But the issue is he's at an age right now, unless we're playing in a low block, he can't play that high. Like the Dallas mistake comes up, or the mid block thing with Yoshida just isn't my favorite position. He doesn't got it anymore in that regard. But to your point, he could play next to Glesnes in a low block.
I don't see the problems. Like with an experienced defender, I haven't seen issues. With the Hacks and the Garceses of the world, then there's issues. I just think that's telling.
For me, it's a legs issue.
What we have is what we have.
It's a legs issue. Like he's making mistakes that Maya Yoshida of 2 years ago wouldn't make because he has the legs. And
that was it's not. Yeah. It's not. I don't know. I just want to see it in this style where we're not trying to keep possession, because a lot of the mistakes come because we're trying to play out the back with Maya Yoshida, and like that's really what the issue was. But no, I think we have to run it like this, especially if Glesnes isn't fit, he can't play a full 90. Then Garces, Hack, they have to be in there.
Yeah, you guys were in the room with Greg. Did anybody talk about Glesnes' return and just the fact that he only played 45 and what Greg was looking to get out of him in that sense?
Yeah, Greg said it was planned. He's working his way back up. And we've seen Greg.
It was capped at 45 too. So Greg said, I think his exact words was, I had to choose either the first half or the second half, and I chose the first half. So it was, I think, doctor's orders or whatever. So like I would have loved for him to play 60, but I just don't know if that was a possibility. Like JP, he was supposed to go for 60, but he went 70 because it was the flow of the game, etc. So I don't know. Again, it sounded like it was like the doctor's orders, but
most likely we'll see Glesnes for 60 against Vancouver, but
or even 90.
I would doubt. Highly doubt.
I thought I heard 90. Greg say he's ready for a 90. I could be wrong about that. I have to roll the tape back.
No, I hope to be wrong, because I knowing Greg, that's usually what he does. 45, 60, 90. He usually gives him like the ramp up like that.
It's peculiar, and there's been a couple decisions like injury wise where I'm like, I'm not sure if I understand it this season. Going from 45 to 90 seems like a jump. Like if you're telling me that a guy can only go 45 minutes, then you're telling me that he's not really there. Like, and I don't really know if I've ever seen a pre-planned sub for 45 minutes before. Like I just personally watching.
I mean,
not from a defender.
It's not that crazy in general. Exactly. The fact that it's a center back, the fact that we're a struggling team and we're changing the back line in the middle of a game is what really set me off with it. And I get you don't want to rush him back, but this is not the time to be changing up the back line like that. And I think we did get lucky in the fact that we walked away with 3 points in a game that we took out our best defender in the middle of the game and kind of shook up the whole defense.
Yeah, we asked one player, and he's been a highlight for me over the last few weeks because I think he started to find his role within this team, and that's Hack. And I'm going to pose the question to you guys, like with Glesnes returning, we assume that he's going to get back to 60 or 90 in this next one. Where are you playing Hack? Assuming that Sorillo is healthy. Sorry, I should add that caveat too. Are you playing him in the 6 like we saw in this one, or are you playing him next to him? Or are you playing a 3-back? Like where do you think is the best utilization, knowing that Glesnes is going to be your right center back?
I will answer this in what I think Greg will do and what I would like to see. I would like to see a 3-back where he has the ability to kind of move up into midfield and help out in kind of that 6 role because he distributes
Kind of
well
like what
from
he did
there.
in
And
Dallas.
yeah, he's been distributing
half.
well from there. Greg is not going to do that. Sorry, to Mr. Bubble. And I know you're trying not to talk about Greg, but I mean, this is what he should do, but he's not going to do that. I'm sorry. He will probably play Hack in midfield.
Yeah.
And he'll play him next to Cerrillo. And it's an ultra defensive lineup because Vancouver has a really good attack. But the defense does cover.
I want to see him. I want to see Hack and Glesnes. I like if you asked me on paper before the beginning of the season, who is your center back partnership for the season? It is Hack and Glesnes. I think just on paper, that's like quality wise, that's going to give you your best bet. And then in the midfield, you just go with Cerrillo, Sanabria, and Royce. Like that's, because that's probably going to give you the best balance of offensive and defense. But honestly, like my big thing is like, and I think you've been harping on this, Dylan, which I 100% agree with. Like, I just want to see consistency. Like, I just want to see those partnerships being built, like the center back partnership being built, the midfield trio being built.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair to Greg, like he's had to chop and change because of injury, because of minutes, because of squad management, because of form. Because I'll tell you this, like Elijah Winder has dropped off a cliff the last 3-4 games. Like he's been absolutely invisible, right? And so what do you do? Like he doesn't have the form. Like you got to take him out, right?
Are you defending Greg in front of Dylan, bro?
No, it's okay. It's okay. This is a mental battle I have every single day. He has more headspace than he knows. He's got a lot of it.
your girl's sitting over there like, oh, he's probably thinking about some other girl. He's sitting over there thinking about Vanny.
Break Vanny the whole time.
I don't know if Hack I thought Hack only played in the midfield in the last game because of that pre-planned substitution. And that's where Vanny justified I'm changing the defense at halftime is because Hack has been in the game for 45 minutes and can just seamlessly drop into it. Because I just don't know. But then I don't know. Cerrillo got a pretty weird substitution, I feel like.
Yeah, I didn't understand the Cerrillo substitution.
Maybe that's a sign of the times also. I'm always confused at what Greg Vanny is thinking. And
yeah, Rob, we got the scoop on that too, right? Post match with Eddie.
I actually didn't hear the reasoning. I must have missed it.
It was. Now I don't want to misspeak. I have to go back to the tape again, but it was something like sometimes his like either his calf or his thigh. I can't remember what.
It was his calf.
Yeah. That's what it was.
It tenses up. It flares up, and it could like if he were to keep going on, it might cause like more like a severe calf strain, a grade or whatever. So that was like a force. Yeah, sometimes it's calves blowout.
That's the state of our team right now.
It's just in that.
I don't know why that was so. I don't know why that was so funny to me right now. But that is absolutely true.
I get taking him out. It's just I don't know.
So what you're saying is Q Casemiro? No, I'm just kidding. We'll get
roll it.
They're like blood. What happened to him? His calves blew out, son. Like damnedest thing.
I'd love to know where Greg Vanny sees Hack because honestly, I don't think we've been able to actually just get an answer out of him because the start of the season he couldn't play Hack at center back because Cerrillo was suspended, and then we've had all these, but
he said he sees him as a center back, and then he just he waffles and then uses him in midfield. Like Ananda was pissed about this a couple of weeks ago.
I don't know. It feels like he's just playing poker with us. Like I think he wants him as a 6. Like the more sample size that I get, the more I think that he wants him as a 6, but he's not a 6. He's a center back that can invert into the midfield. One of the biggest videos that we have on this is how do we utilize Hack? And it was just me saying that he can play in the midfield. Not that he should play in the midfield, but he can go into the midfield. And how many games are we here now? How many? 15 are we on the season, including CCC?
Oh, yeah. Thereabouts.
15-ish games, and I don't have a definitive answer of where does our second best offseason signing play every single week. It's he can play here, or he can play here, or if potentially we play a 3-back, he could play here. To your point
I was gonna say left center back and a 3-back.
Greg is messing with you, man.
But no. Yeah.
He is messing with. This is what I'm talking about. Every day I have this conversation in my head. I'm a little schizo when it comes to this stuff. But to your guys' point, I personally think at this point you just stop fucking around. You put those two as your center back pairing, and then you find some consistency somewhere.
100%.
Like non-negotiables with this team at this point. It's you have to play your DPs, and then you play Marco Royce, you play Sanabria. And the rest at this point, if Greg Fanny wants to continue to fool around with it, whatever. Like and JT is your goalie, even though he scored with his cranium in the toss.
We only have one choice at left back now, don't we? How long is?
Yes, Julian's out for. We didn't get a timetable.
No, he did say he said he said. Yeah, Greg did say for a couple of weeks at the very least.
Oh, I was thinking of Maya. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Maya, he said it wasn't going to be that long, even though Maya's sounds more serious. It was like he said it was a slight MCL.
MCL, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, but he was like it shouldn't be that long, but Aude is going to be a couple more.
Like, there's not much left in the tank.
Yeah, no.
Well, the funny part now that Dylan, with all these injuries happening, Greg, it's not a conversation. He has what he has. Like he's forced into playing the same lineup.
He got forced into playing the lineup he should have been playing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look, we have
in a weird way. Yeah,
it's one game a week football for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So you find your best 11, and they play every single week. Look, me and Mila and Rob here, we watch, or me and Dari, sorry. And
don't
Rob
put
here.
me into this.
Sorry, Mila. Wrong Manchester club. We get to watch United one game a week. It's eerily similar. I have this constant back and forth with myself where I'm like, I watch the same team every week, twice a week. But United are just that much further ahead than the Galaxy currently. And to enjoy one game a week football, you have to just play your best in lineup every single week and then just get results. This was the first week in a long time where I felt that way. Like we just played our best 11 and we got a result. And I can move on to next week hoping that we do better. That's how it works. That's the game. That's the merry-go-round.
You know, Judge Sophie Nicolau, shout out to her. She asked in the presser, she asked Greg if he felt like this was the first game that the team has been able to marry just like getting the result with, like attractive soccer
or the performance, like marrying the performance with the result. She felt like he got both.
Yeah, and so like even though they were wasteful, like they created a bunch of chances, and that's kind of what you want to see, right? Yeah. And so the bad part is they didn't finish, but like that's a gripe for another time. But yeah, no, I think that's true. I think this is the first one in quite a while where you see what is it? What is the phrase on a performance with what?
Well, just like both the performance and the result, right?
Yeah, so performance and the result.
Like I think it's probably the first time since Charlotte. If I'm honest,
yeah.
Charlotte at home 3-0. Yep.
And that RSL side is a damn good team with a bunch of attacking talent, and so to that point, like it was a good result, and I'm happy that we got it. It may have been a little dodgy. I didn't want to talk about VAR at all in this one.
That's what I
think we got just a little bit lucky.
We got lucky.
Yeah, but it's karmic energy because you know how many times the Galaxy have gotten shafted on stuff like that.
I think we come away with the 3 points. Whatever, it's fine. We deserve a little good karma there, but it didn't fill me with a bunch of confidence going into this next game.
Yeah, it didn't really feel like a win we had earned 100%. I mean, we made the best of our chances, but Garces, I think, should have been sent off. And then I don't
Say
know.
that once a game though.
Yeah,
So
you
Yeah.
really can.
That's just built into the Garces experience. One
Just
shot,
part of the Garces
questionable
experience.
thing. Yeah.
I almost didn't
He's-
even want to watch the replays. I was just like acting like it didn't happen.
He's such a calm lad too. Like just like at training and stuff like that. He's like one of the
Okay.
calmest ones. And now like he's on the field and he's like a little Taz devil, man. Like
Yeah, seriously.
He's got some Draymond Green to him. He's got some Draymond Green to him for sure.